Welcome to Corvallis, Oregon, Reser Stadium, home to the Beavers, and you better get used to the sound of chainsaws as the fans here have been ready for this clash since early this morning. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Oregon State Beavers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Beavers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So Maryland's offense takes the field. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence, Reese. Always knows where to go with the football. The entire playbook is at this guy's disposal.
Yeah, which is so much fun for a coach. So much fun to play with him. A guy that can do everything. Everybody on the field is active in a weapon.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And they'll finally bring it down after he rips off a huge play. And the Terrapins come to the line in the hurry-up.
That's a first down for the offense.
Trying to find his man on first down. That's caught. It's Williams. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
The throw to the outside is complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Terrapins look to keep this drive humming. Off-play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Terrapins getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the running back. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's White. Give him 6. Touchdown, Maryland!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Oregon State's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. So close to cashing it in for this offense. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Now on second and goal. He's right on target. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. They want to just keep throwing it. Getting some heat. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. And that is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on third and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Beavers are moving quickly down the field. Johnson looking to throw. Skips away from pressure. Shakes off the defender. Lost, the defense is wide open. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. The Beavers will line it up on first and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give them a first down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's going to pass on second down. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oregon State. Ready to try the point after. Right down the middle. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he's going to try to return this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Pulls and fires complete. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. From the gun. Give on the inside. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Caught. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
Complete some of these hitch throws early. You're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. And the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. Powers through the defender. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Got his man quickly. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. If they don't pick up this 3rd down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it out. It's Card. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Johnson. They're setting up the screen. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. You let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. He'll just keep slinging it. Might be looking to run. Going to try to get it himself. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He's going to take off. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this head. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man down the middle. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 37. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you could do there.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Terrapins will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Coming out with it, it's Carr. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Johnson wants to throw it. Coming after it. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. But, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. And someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And the Beavers are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Ball's at the 27. It's third and short. Can they avoid making that fourth down decision? They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And here on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Looking to move it through the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. Dances away to buy time. And his throw is incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
It's complete on the right side. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Oh, he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, then something can start to move.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Quarterback keeper. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. And the Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Running it back, it's Card. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Johnson looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. The Beavers will snap it on 1st and 10. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Safe completion on the screen. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Handoff from the shotgun. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. The Beavers are rolling down the field. Wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. The aerial assault continues. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They get to him as he throws. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Touchdown, Terrapins! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
That quarterbacks in zone coverage, they have to see it, and they have to manipulate defenders, and they don't. You could tell the middle linebacker reading his eyes the whole way, breaks on the football, and then turns into an offensive player and takes it all the way back for a touchdown.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
Well, I'll tell you, he picked a good time to have his longest run of the day. Really nice job there, feeling the pressure.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago, now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Didn't help themselves much on 1st down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 20. Starting to feel a little pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got Will trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll pull it down. At the 35, he's open. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. And they'll accept the penalty and push this offense backward. Offense set on first down. He's going to pass. Trying to get rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them: calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart. Understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that first down marker is. Great job going to get that first down, new set of downs.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game. Now completed less than 50% of his passes there, and he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Comes out throwing on first down. He finds his man. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Beavers. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
Man, it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, finish it off with a touchdown.
The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big third down. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The Terrapins want to crank the tempo.
First down for the offense.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Inside the 45. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
And that's good enough for a first down.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. And the Terrapins have this offense rolling. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. The Terrapins pick up the 1st down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to be that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, it just never really...
Welcome to Corvallis, Oregon, in the house Ocho Cinco and Hushmanzada built. Reser Stadium, home to the Oregon State Beavers. And the Beavers will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Hunter. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Arizona Wildcats return team will have that offense backed up. Sometimes you sense that what the kids call swagger is a false bravado. This dude is nothing but real at wide receiver.
He's got that speed, and it just, you see DBs, they're probably watching him come on the field right now, and they understand it's going to be a long game. This guy can go get it. He can run. He can do a little bit of everything at the wide receiver spot.
Arizona in a hurry. To the air on first down. Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Oregon State.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing the 3 and out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
He'll bring it out. It's Hunter. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
On first down, here comes this offense. Find out, flanked him on the jet sweep. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Looking for a man. It's Fafita. They've got the screen set up. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
I know, everyone's yelling. You didn't get the first down. We need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Arizona runs out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Makes a move. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. So the Oregon State Beavers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead their football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Really nice job by the defense. The offense has the whole playbook open to him on third and short. They try to slip in the screen. Did not fool the defense at all. Nice stop by the defense.
Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking down the middle. Makes a connection. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
Looking to pass. It's Fafita. He looks that one in nicely. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Arizona going back to work with another first down. He wants to throw. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. To the ground with the back. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Pressure coming. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Never a doubt.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on fourth basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on fourth down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
The inside handoff. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Johnson wants to throw it, trying to get to it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Beavers will punt it away on fourth down. Slips through the line. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, running back on the move. He's knocked down in the backfield, he'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. He's looking downfield to throw. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arizona.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going. Yeah,
let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Johnson looking to throw. Takes the grab on the left. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys, they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. And he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Beavers are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was in that last one.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Fafita. A strike downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. He's looking to throw. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. It might be a good call later on in the game.
The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
He'll try to do it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the Beavers get it past the sticks. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Johnson wants to throw it. Going downfield for the big play. It's a big stride inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. On the run, still looking. Unleashes to the end zone. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Power football with the run. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Wildcats will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is. And you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Hankerson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Caught behind the line. It's Hankerson. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
The Beavers with the 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Johnson looking to throw. Gets rid of it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. Just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. A little missed opportunity there for this offense.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they missed an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. Touchdown, Beavers! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hunter. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires one high and deep. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass, after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Back to pass, it's Fafita. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Lost one deep down the right side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Oregon State. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Oregon State, 21. Arizona, 10.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. First down to start the drive after the break. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaks the tackle. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
This running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
From the gun, the running back has it.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Things working pretty well for this defense, out of the dime package and still getting plenty of heat on the quarterback.
Get off the rock, understand the situation. All the fast guys got the back end covered. It's my job to seek and
going up top. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Johnson wants to throw it. Dumps it off in the flats. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. So the penalty. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Beavers will try to pin them back with the punt. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better one.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here on third down for this offense. To the air, it's Fafita. Getting some heat. They're working that left side. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. He wants to throw it. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. He's looking to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Late touchdown here, probably too little too late. It would take a monumental miracle to come back down.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Pocket starts to collapse. He's looking, pressure's coming in, the pressure gets there, and down he goes, and they won't be able to cut into this lead. Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or two.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll leave it with him. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.